You better call the police, call the boinder, don't eat, there'll be no peace till we find that cure. The Wi-Fi should be spot on today, guys. And I find that very exciting. Hey, Jay. I've been hanging out for Wi-Fi, and I finally found it. And so we're all set up. Sorry it took me so long. I've been all over the world. All over the world. Well, all over town. Trying to find Wi-Fi which would sustain us for our activities. And it's here, in the middle of this crazy little field, where I'm going to paint with you guys. So I'm excited. I've also bought some new colours. I've got myself some fancy red. I've got myself some foncé blue. I was talking to Chad this morning and I was saying to him, I'm liking where we're at, but I think we need some more shades of colours. Not just more of any specific colour, but a whole bunch of shades. So that's going to be fun. Hello, Joy. How you doing? Hey, is that Jas Can? Hello, everyone. Thailand. Woohoo! And the other one is Joanne Brilliant. Now, the two colours I said I was going to grab was Cobalt Blue, which is a fun colour. I like that one. But my most favourite colour, is it English correct? Most favourite? Possibly. The colour I like the most, Cerulean Blue. Cerulean City, like the place in Pokemon, and Cerulean Blue is just a really nice colour. Here's a up close. That's Cerulean Blue. Great little colour. Now, we are going to be using a new medium too. Very similar to our usual acrylic primer, but this stuff here is just a little bit, if I can get it open, just a little bit different. It can be used as a finishing layer as well as a varnish, so it's slightly different. It primes, varnishes and dilutes the paint. So I'm going to experiment with it because I've got those three chemicals separate at the moment, so that's going to help out. Mike, hello, long time no see. What is it? It's a new shirt from an op shop. No, finally. This work here is a landscape. It's coming together slowly. I'm a big fan of it. I've been working with it with a man named Chad. Me and Chad have been putting together this landscape bit by bit. Just to make sure I got the right picture. I've got two pictures here. I had to get it printed twice to make sure it was cropped correctly. This one here. Right. This is our picture. Let me show you. And Mike, I hope you're having a fantastic day. This is our picture here. There we go. That's a lovely picture. Hello, Shaylee. Shaylee, I hope you're having a great time. From California. The other thing I found too, guys, this in an op shop. This is a music stand, but I can put the picture on it. It's sort of like composing. Sort of. Spin them around like that so it stays. Then I stand it over here. Is that going to work? That's pretty cool. I like that. Now the next thing I'm going to do, if I brought it with me, do I have some tape? I don't think I have any tape. And I also have this. This is pretty cool. Are you a fan of Taylor Swift? Of course I am. Cheers, Mike. This is carrying the paintbrushes now. So we had a little bit of an upgrade because when I went to Indonesia and I came back, I couldn't bring any of the paint supplies with me. So I left some behind in Indonesia. And you'd be thinking, well, why didn't you bring the brushes home? Well, since I left some of the paint behind, I left it with an Indonesian family. And if I left behind the paint and no brushes, that's a bit of a stitch up. So I gave them the remainder of my paints, I gave them the brushes, and I just restocked in the last few days here in New Zealand. So we are here now. This bag was already here though. This bag is courtesy of JEC. JEC is an absolute champion from Canada, and he has made that bag possible. So much love to JC. Hello Joy, hello everyone. Now I'll just double check everything. Have we got everything we need? I think we do. A little bit of electrolytes. If you've seen Idiocracy, plants love electrolytes. I wish I could get that to stay so you guys knew what I was painting. Can I? Could I? Would I? One other thing, guys, that's coming up is, if she's here, fantastic. If she's not, she'll find out. We have a picture, a couple of new pictures on the horizon. Here's the first one. This one here. This is going to come up, same size as this picture. It's a seal, and it's going to be rotated sideways in a quick session. We're talking 4 hours max, and we're going to make something out of it. And then what else do we have? Ooh, this one here. Last picture, then I'll actually get started. This one here is in Zimbabwe, some elephants in a river. Now the lights and the tones and the way the light's shimmering in the water and things, this is going to be an amazing picture. I'm going to have a lot of fun with that one. A lot of fun. But we have to finish Santa Fe first. Santa Fe seals board. We've got that one there, and we've got a bunch of works on the horizon. I'm really excited. So let's get started. Let's get started. Yeah. Right, today we are adding to this chaotic mess we have here. Cheers, Mike. Oop. Dripping on the ground. Naughty. We have our, can you see that? Lots of this new clear painting medium. We've got our blues, we're going to touch on those last, and we've got our reds to kick off with. Why kick off with the reds? Because I want to, and we can. Chad, if you're here and I missed your comment, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're looking after yourself. There we go, beautiful. This is actually a pretty fun medium. I experimented with it on a small piece a little bit, but I haven't had it on a big sheet yet, and it's pretty exciting how it wants to flow. How it wants to flow, how it wants to go. There we go. Beautiful. I just want you to know. Hello, Pink. Hello, Pink. You know what, Pink? I would hate to think that you're going to leave me here all by myself for an entire life. I'm so glad you've tuned in. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you trusted me to slide down off that dusty seat and let your hair down. If anyone here is Luke Bryan, thanks Mike. If anyone here is Luke Bryan fans as well, big fan right here. What's that song? I Don't Want This Night to End. And that's my kind of night. These are all country songs that I can get behind in a big way. There's one thing I want to do, is go to a Luke Bryan concert. I would love that. Followed by a Kip Moore concert. In fact, give me a Luke Bryan concert featuring Kip Moore, and I will be a happy boy. Cheryl, thank you so much. Lovely to see you, by the way, Cheryl and LJ. Long time no see. It's not your fault, it's mine. The Wi-Fi dropped out yesterday, and there was very little I could do about it. So I'm very glad that we've managed to acquire a solution today. I'm outside a rugby club at the moment, actually, of all the places. There's a couple of guys practicing over there playing rugby, and they've got me over here painting in the corner. Give them a wave every now and again. They're like, what's that guy up to? And I'm like, guys, just let me do me. It's fine, don't worry about it. Now, what are we doing? More through these rocks. Keep the energy in these rocks, just like that. Mwah. Let me stand back for a moment. Let me stand back for a moment. Love the accent, yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm not putting it on intentionally, it's just the way us Kiwis speak. we actually sound a little bit more robotic. So, well, I think Americans like the Kiwi accent. The reality of it is, in terms of accents around the world, our accent's a little bit robotic. So, not that I mind. You told 5-year-old me that I was going to grow up and sound like a robot. I think that was pretty cool. And thanks, Donnie. How are you, Cheryl? Seb, did you say you're in Thailand now? No. I can see how you maybe think Thailand, but no. We're in New Zealand. This is New Zealand. This is at a rugby club. Should be the giveaway, actually. A rugby club down the road from about 20 minutes down the road, because we couldn't get Wi-Fi at the other location last night. So I thought, let me use the last of the sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sun in the sky to get some layers on this picture. I've printed off these new pictures today. I posted Aboriginal. So if you've seen the picture Aboriginal, that is now heading to Phuket in Thailand. And it has got, oh, thanks Cindy, appreciate you. I get that from Flight in the Conchords, that's where they said it. And I love that show. So, Aboriginal's off to Phuket in Thailand, but if you loved Aboriginal, it's okay. You're going to get a chance to see him again because he's going to come back as a print, which I'm talking with him about releasing tomorrow morning. But I don't know for sure yet, so don't get your hopes up. But we might have prints available tomorrow morning. And that is the first picture, Aboriginal, to go to Thailand. I've been to Thailand, I've never left art behind, so that's pretty cool, Steve, that's pretty cool. Hello, Greg, hope you're looking after yourself. Oh, that's good, one day at a time, I'm good at the moment. Perfect. I am glad to hear it. I'm not sure, I've missed some comments there, Cheryl, but I'm wishing you all the best from this little corner here as it gets slowly darker. Jack, come back. Banff, Alberta, a shout out to your fans on the most beautiful setting. Oh, thank you very much. So New Zealand's got one of those things going for it where everywhere is just kind of beautiful. It's really an outstanding country in terms of if you like nature and beauty. I like the panorama. Panorama? Sky is beautiful. Craziest morning here. Yeah. The morning and evening in New Zealand kind of seem the same though. So you could trick me by saying the sun was actually coming up right now, but it rises here and sets over there. So we're about, how far off sunset? Like an hour? An hour? Is that way too long? I'm not sure. Moving into cerulean blues. There we go. Now this is the classic example that I was talking about. When we go into the sky, we're going to put blues in the sky obviously, but these underlying colours have now latched onto the picture and will actually create that sky in a turbulent, crazy, fun manner. Whereas if we just attack the sky without doing that to start with, we'd just end up with a blue sky. And not that there's anything wrong with a blue sky, it just lacks a certain something that a deep, fun, energetic sky's got. There we go. There we go. More up here, there we go. All the way up. About half an hour off sunset. Alright. But we'll still have some light though. It won't just completely go out on us. it'll slowly wear out. There we go. A little bit through here. What this draw? People eat dinner. I don't quite understand, man, Happy, but I'm glad you're happy. Thanks, Vernon. Appreciate you. Appreciate you a lot. It's good to be back, guys. This is where I'm going to come for the next few days. This spot right here, because it's nice, private. We can hear birds. There's not car noises, and I've got 4 bars of 4G, which is fantastic. That's all we want. That's all we need. If you wanted more than that, if I wanted more than that, we're being greedy. I think that's everything we could ever need, right? I think that's fantastic. But I do need some pastel lilac. This straw people eat dinner. I'm not following, but I like your enthusiasm, but I don't understand the question. Let's have a look-see here. Alright. We're in the right track. Honestly, guys, we're exactly where we want to be. We just need a whole lot more blues. Can you draw animals on a tree? I mean, I can, yeah. We're not going to draw animals on a tree right now, but I'm excited by the idea of drawing animals on a tree. I often like to imagine that one of the most comfortable places to sleep would be for a monkey in a tree, you know, like, you get the feeling that monkeys know what they're doing. We've got to have comfortable beds and things, but I watch a monkey sleeping on a branch and I think, man, that does look pretty comfy. I think these monkeys know what's up. Or maybe they just make it look comfy because I've never experienced a mattress before. These are the questions. They will in New Zealand or no? Welcome from Bulgaria and Victoria, hello. How are you and your family, man? And Victoria, I hope we saved the Wi-Fi today. I hope we saved the Wi-Fi today. We've been battle with the Wi-Fi, but I think we fixed it today. We can't be quite sure. Give me that energy, those brush strokes with vitality. Here we go. Hello, Ryan. Now it's going to come down here like this. I'm just adding some of the highlights to these peaks. It's not going to change the world, but it's going to separate the this sort of spire complex occurring here from the background. Not completely, just going to start to separate them. Don't want to lose that fun. Part of this loose, crazy fun is going to add to the feeling of Santa Fe. I did some reading on Santa Fe. Looked at some of the streets, some of the colours, some of the lights. Hopefully we can get some of that embodied into this. But we'll see. We'll see. Here we go. Stuff like that. Just like that. Just like that. Do. You want like Victoria. forward to the day when I'm myself again and have the energy to hike again. Yeah. Hiking's fun. I like a good hiking track. And by that I mean somewhere where you can actually spend your time looking up at the surroundings rather than down at the track if it's uneven. Because then bless me. Then I spend the whole time watching my feet. I miss out on the parts of the hike. Oh, city different. City different. Da 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 da. Bada bing, bada boom, da 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 boo. Pardon me. Now these highlights are going to make a big difference to how we see these spires. There we go. Beautiful. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So we're going to be here. We're going to be here together until it gets a little bit darker. We've got lots of time left. I can still see the sun. I saw the sun. I also, guys, I just got a new fantastic shirt. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate you. I got a new shirt. So this one here cost me $2. Very excited about it. And then I've got one more shirt. It's a pink one, and I'm in love with it. But I like it so much, I'm a bit scared to paint in it. And I know that's silly because I tell everyone always to paint in your nice clothes to trust your painting. So I think when we come to the last layer on this painting, we'll put that crazy funky shirt on. See where it takes us. It's such a cool shirt, guys. It's pink, but it's actually it's pink, but it's long. It's very, very slimming, and it's got just no bells and whistles. Just a great cut on it. Like sometimes certain brands sit really well on you. This is a good brand for me. Might ask for Seb what you draw now. Yeah, good question. I'll show you. This one's a little bit harder to see if you don't know what you're looking for. I wonder if I can go like this though. Can I just get the best of both worlds? I tried. Okay, so what it is it's a mountainous area, hillside spires, and a lot of stuff going on. So it is Santa Fe. Santa Fe is what we're making. If I can get that to face you guys, it'd be really cool, but I don't think I can. I mean, I can hold it up every now and again and talk to it. Probably the best I can do. Alright, up we come here. Up we come here. Where's the skyrocket? This down there. Skyrockets in flight. Afternoon delight. Whoop. Afternoon delight. Yeah, see, these blues seem like they're a similar tone, but they're actually completely different when it comes to actual hue. They don't have the same hue, and the change between that means they're going to look separate, and they're going to add more depth, more fun, more complexity to the overall picture. And that's what we want. Afternoon delights. Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna get some afternoon delight. Gonna doom doom da 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 doom 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 da 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 doom da doom doom doom. Yeah, rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. How do you stay positive in this busy life? Well, honestly, at the end of the day, I think a great person to talk about positivity in a busy life is a guy named Rodney. He's got an Instagram page. We painted him a while ago. He has daily inspiration, but not in the way that tries to tell you, do this, do that. It's like, hey, you exist. And whether you like it or not, or whatever you plan on doing with your day, you're still gonna exist. So try and enjoy it. He says it in amazing and different ways, but for me, I don't know, I guess I've had everything I need today. I don't have a pet, no. Shelby's dog, Barnaby, hangs around me a lot, but he's not mine. Great dog though, but I think a lot of the time we can get hung up on thinking how, in our current environment, how do we be happy? There's a million different answers to that question, and that's the reason why no one's got a solid answer. Everyone's answer, even the smartest people, have vastly different answers. But typically, I find for me, when I look inwards, that helps me the most. So when I say look inwards, I figure out what makes me happy, and I try and get more of that. I love a good quality coffee in the morning. When I say good quality coffee, I don't mean an espresso coffee from a store. It doesn't have to be that. It can be the one I make for myself with instant. But I want to make it hot in a nice mug, and I want to enjoy it. I like scrolling sometimes. I like scrolling on Facebook or Instagram. It's called doom scrolling, but you know what? Sometimes I like that. And food. I love it when I get lots of water. If I'm really feeling a bit down, one thing I love to do is spend way too much on seafood. That gets me feeling good. Every day, painting, sort of like walking. Some days you'll dread it, but when you get into it, it always makes you feel better. It always helps you. Always helps me. I love it. Rejuvenates me. Fills my cup. So it's an interesting thing because I can be here painting with you guys, and you might ask, hey, why are you so perky right now? And I'd say, well, I'm simultaneously filling my cup while pouring, provided you're getting a bit happier. If it's not doing that, I'm sorry, but this is how I fill my cup. Indeed. I think he has 2 dogs at least. No, I was at a dog sanctuary. There were tons of dogs everywhere. Shelby owns a dog, but Seb Gower does not have a dog. One day I will. One day I will. And there'll be artwork done specifically by the dog. I'll teach it to paint. I'll get like a little paintbrush, and it'll go on its head like this, and a little dog collar, and it'll like be able to put paint on the canvas. I'd give it treats in return. And then any artwork sold by it would go straight into more dog biscuits and tennis balls, because it would technically be the dog's money. How funny would that be? Shout out to Banff. Hello. I love Banff. I went to Kelowna. I went to Big White and got a soft spot for Banff. I got a soft spot for Banff. I got a soft spot for Banff. There we go. A little bit more of this everywhere. A little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. Just keep these colours going in there. Hoo-wee. Do you like to wear cap? I do like to wear a cap, but I'm not wearing one right now. Sometimes a cap's exactly what you feel like. There we go. That's what you need. I got what you need. What you need. I got what you need. Hello, hello, hello. How am I to burn in a burning there? There we go. So we're going to start seeing a few little pockets, little areas start taking form. Just start to. Hat equals cab. Alright? I thought it was cap. I'm on the same page, but I felt like it was cap. Good noon, sit. G'day, Rick. I know I haven't been around for the last few days, guys, so since I've been away, please, the days that I'm not here, know that I'm wishing that you have a great day. And I hope everything's going fantastically, wherever in the world that might be. And some days it won't. That's the reality. Some days it won't. But you know what? Still rooting for you. Still out here painting outside a rugby club. The boys who are practicing have left now. It's just me here. Probably weirded them out. They're like, bro, this is a rugby club. You should be throwing around a rugby ball, not painting in the corner. And they're right. But I'm also going to do me, so now we're in an impasse. Seb, need everyday open live, please. I reckon. Currently, the battle's been with the Wi-Fi, so if we can get some good Wi-Fi, that'll be the absolute game changer. So I'm working on Wi-Fi. If I can't find any better tomorrow, we'll be back in this lovely little spot, which would be nothing but a blessing. Hello, Mike. Love the positivity. That's the same Mike. I recognise the profile picture. And Mike, I'm so sorry it's taken me so long to message you back on Instagram. That inbox gets absolutely hectic. I got a mosquito bite. That inbox gets pretty hectic, Mike, so I saw you down the list there. I thought, oh no, I'm behind and people are waiting. But if you're still waiting on a reply, guys, I am sorry. I will get back to you. Here we go. Just through there like that. That's with the clouds. Written in the clouds. Coming down here. All good, man. Cheers, Mike. Appreciate you, mate. I appreciate you. Pardon me, guys. It's those electrolytes bubbling up on me. There we go. Coming back into the reds now. Hello, Christina. Mika, I'm new here. How long have I been painting? Ooh, 20 minutes? You haven't missed a whole bunch. But you haven't missed a whole bunch yet. We're just slowly building up this landscape. Layer by layer. Slowly adding colours. Letting it take form. Not trying to bully it to be something. But just enjoying capturing these little hills, ridges, nooks, crannies, all these little bits. And just watching it come together. If we put pressure on it try and demand that it looks a certain way off the bat. What are we going to do? We're going to crush it, strangle it, stop it from being what it could be. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to let it slowly appear, layer by layer. There we go. Written in the stars, oh so far away. And gladly, I don't have to use my arm today because I have a rag. Yoo-hoo! Hey Lee, thank you very much. Appreciate you. There we go. And ideally, I'd prefer not to get you on the shirt either because I like this shirt. You can't see from where you are, but I'll come up close. It's a whole bunch of little flowers, which I think's really, really cute. I'm a big fan. Hey Jason, how we doing? Hello Jason. Jason Derulo. Now, what's the next colour? I think if I get some of that, I want to get some more. It's like a mustardy colour that I want to get. And so if I grab a little bit of bronze and mix it into the tan that I'm already using, that should give me the result that I need. The flowers, thanks Victoria. Becky, hello. Whoa. You love the shirt, that's good. Cost me $2. $2. So I'm pretty happy by that, guys. It's hard to find a bargain that good out of the blue. So that's exciting. Right. Splash this around. Here we go. Here we go. Perfect. Right. Fantastic. We've got a lot of paint on that now. I'm going to need to let this one dry, but it's okay because I've got one more canvas in the car. I got my t-shirt set. Oh, fantastic, Jason. Where's my picture? Send me the picture. I got to see the picture, Jason. The transformation on this paint has been next level. Oh, thanks, Victoria. Thanks, Cheryl. Sorry, I'm low light. I'm a little bit blind at the moment. Send t-shirt gift for Jason, please. Yeah, he's got one. He's got one. Now I'll leave this one up. I'll grab the other board and I'll come on back. Written in the stars, oh so far away. Dun 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 dun. You beautiful, beautiful picture. Now, since this one needs a little bit of time to dry, kiwi is a fruit, a bird, and a person. Yes, Jamie, 100% correct. Now, dry time on this one. New board going up, baby. That's looking really, really special, guys. Wow. I haven't seen it from a distance yet. Give me a moment. Wow. We're going to come back to that, but that's quite cool. That's quite cool. It has gone through a transformation, Cheryl. There is no doubt. I'm with you. Mike, that painting is a commission. So that's for Santa Fe. It's going to Chad. Absolutely fantastic dude. I've currently only got one painting left at the studio. I used to talk to you guys about having a few in there that I kept just for me. Well, people have been inquiring and now I'm down to just one one last painting. So if you'd like to see it, I'll show it to you, and just message me. And there is commissions available, but commissions are booked out at the moment until pretty much May, June, early July, I think, early July. But prints are going to come available, so that work and other works will be available as prints, and so you can get them from there. And Jason, you know what I love about you? I love that you've got a sick new shirt, Jason, and I need you to send me a picture of it because you're the man. Thanks, Cheryl. Right, now, painting, next one. I'm going to take these down. If you missed it, that was the picture that we were just doing. Santa Fe, slang term for it, a city different. The picture we're doing there, we're calling it a city different. Big fan, big fan. Now, the decision needs to be made. Written in the stars, oh so far away. I think we'll start this one. I don't feel like I've got the gas to do a single 4-hour session and complete the seal, because that's what the seal needs. So this, I'll show you the seal picture. This is the seal picture. You guys are gonna love this. Thanks, Victoria. Appreciate you. This is, and Victoria wildcard, another shirt's coming up. It says stay hydrated team. It's really, really cute. But that one's gonna go up there too. So paint me like one of your French girls and stay hydrated. This is our seal. Now, the seal picture is gonna be about a 4-hour stint. So I'm not gonna dive into the seal right now, or I'm gonna get, it's biting off more than I can chew, especially with the remainder of light we have. The seal is gonna be on Instagram. I know, blasphemy. But it's gonna be on Instagram because that way I can upload it live straight after it's finished. And the big ones, my Wi-Fi struggles to download and then put up. You're a champion, Jason. Once you're back from Thailand, I totally respect that. Now, written in stars, oh so far away. I can't do this on my own. Plagiaristic painting, multi-purpose useful. Not that one. There's another one in here. Written in the stars, oh so far away. I think it's in the car. Might need to go grab it. What about a wholesome shirt as well? Yeah, definitely. Stay hydrated team. Is that a wholesome one? I thought it was super wholesome. I don't know. I think it's a New Zealand song. But give me just a second. Gloss UV top coat. I think this is what we're after. Go. Yes, draw seal. You want send line? They all sound like great ideas. Let me just put some of this on here. Now, this is a fantastic thing. This is clear gesso. I love clear gesso because if there's ever any points that are left out of the process and still have the wood bare, the clear gesso means that it's still technically finished, but it's not going to lose the luminosity, the fantastic, brilliant vitality, the fun of the paint. It's going to keep all the goodness. I love transparent gesso much more than regular gesso. As the youth would say these days, transparent gesso slaps. Transparent gesso is very good. I'm a big fan. Right. So give me just a second while I get this board primed. And also with board and canvas, dust and things can get on the surface. And when it gets on the surface, when the paint first hits it, it'll immediately sort of go tacky and dry out. But if you put a layer on it straight before you paint it, what that's going to do is take away all that dust, all that tackiness, and make the board a lovely surface to paint on. There we go. Here we go. There we go. Oh, baby. Okay, so you're painting elephants. That don't impress me much. Bum, bum, ba-dow. I missed what that was about, Jason. But, there we go. That's looking lovely. Right, just in case you missed it before, here are our lovely elephants. Fantastic. Now, again, you won't see these until very late in the piece. We're going to focus on making this wild, fun, and abstract to kick off with. That's what we're after. Now, just going to leap on here quickly. Leap into here, leap into here. Give me just a second, you pack of wild cards. I promised. Elephant time. Elephant time. I promised that I would turn the start of this into a reel. Not a reel, into a live session. So, I'm going to bring you a little bit closer here. There we go. There we go, there we go. So, if you see me suddenly appear on Instagram too, it's because we're going to do it on both platforms. How wild, how fun, how crazy. Black. Black's the first colour we need. The wilderness of the black. Here we go. This is different from our Mars black. I've got carbon black. Seb, no, want seal now. I'm so sorry. No, I can't do seal. We haven't got enough light. We haven't got enough time. We haven't got enough of all the things we need to get that job done efficiently. Thanks, Cheryl. I appreciate you. But we will do seal, don't you worry. We'll do seal. We'll do a big session, maybe tomorrow. We will see. Now we're just waiting the last little bit. It's almost dry. It's looking fantastic. We'll just lower this down just a little bit. This board is a slightly different size. Ever so slightly. Perfect. Right. Who's ready to dance? Me. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Got a little bit more light. It's going to get real. We're going to go for the biggest brush. This one. I'm excited. Not just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. I like it. Can I draw Tom and Jerry? I possibly could. G'day guys. Right, we are starting the elephant picture. I am so excited. I'm so excited. Here we go. I'm going to show you one last time before we get kicked into it. This is it here. Our elephants, our lovely, lovely elephants. They're in Zimbabwe. They're crossing a river. And this painting here, more than any other painting we've done so far, this painting is going to be focused around form. Form first and foremost, because these elephants and the way the shadows are hitting them and the way they come up and these legs coming down and the way this water here sort of jars backwards and forwards but reflects them, this is going to be the fundamentals of this image. Now yes, wild colours, definitely, but form and dark areas and this contrasting stuff between the movement, yeah, that's going to be the major part. Can't wait. Zimbabwe elephants. Big fan. Right, first layer is going to be, as per usual, the bada bing bong bong black. Kicking off the canvas, great question. We started it with a gesso primer layer. Now it's not the typical white gesso. I don't really use white gesso that much. It is the lovely transparent gesso, one of my personal favorites. Big fat brush to start with. Elephants, here we go. Where are we going? Now the key thing here, the key thing is to start big brush strokes, big wild crazy brush strokes, and don't concentrate on, what am I saying? You can say caught up on big crazy brush strokes, I lose my trail of thought. Don't get caught up on making it look too realistic. We start a picture wild, we start a picture crazy, and we bring in the realism later. Here we go, here we go. There's an elephant there too. We're not gonna see an elephant though. We are seeing brush strokes. These legs though, the way they all come down in a slightly different shape, the way the shadows sort of make it hard to tell when one elephant stops and the next one starts. This is all really fun stuff. I'm a big fan. All right, hello, how we doing? When am I going to New York City? I will go to New York City. I was actually talking to Stephen, someone who's ordered a family portrait. They got sent to Washington, DC. And I said that I'm not far from being on the way. Hopefully 2024, I can get myself to America and plan a big tour around all the pictures that we've done around America and see them all. It'd be a pretty cool Instagram story. I'd be a big fan. I'd be a big fan. All right, there we go. So we're noticing the black areas, and because there's so much contrast in the forms in this picture, you will start to see the acknowledgement of maybe some water here, shapes of something indicating maybe elephants, and then these trees sort of skyrocketing up. This is all good. These are real things, but we don't want to get over focused on them. We don't want to start thinking you have to see those things. If we get too hung up on them, we'll lose track of what matters. The process, the wild splashing of paint, the craziness between layers. That's enough black. The fun that we can have in just adding paint to a lovely board. Right, next color, blue. I am doing fantastic. Thank you very much for asking. Ooh, long way away, that's exciting. And hello, Steve. Hope you're looking after yourself. Steve, Hawaii's on the agenda, absolutely. And Steve, I need to send you a message. I will be in touch later tonight because, Steve, I just spoke to the shipping company, and shipping to Phuket, Thailand is going to come in a fair bit lower than it came in for US. So that's exciting. Now, guys, hello! We've got a special friend here, guys. A very special friend. Dan has just tuned in. Dan from Mexico. I was at Dan's place and I was asking for advice, maybe jeepers. It'd be on a year ago now, maybe more. And I was streaming on Reddit at the time, and I was saying to Dan, what do you think I need to do here? What should be the next step? And Dan was like, look, pretty much exactly what I tell you guys now. Keep enjoying it. Keep doing what you're doing. Have fun. Keep painting. Don't stop. Basically, he was just thrilled that I was pursuing my passion. And so that was pretty special. Let's keep adding this in here. Now, this blue's really fun. We're going to use it to capture some little spots on the elephants. There we go. Legs coming down there. This is the wild stage, guys. Paint can go anywhere. Paint can go crazy. And the reason it can go crazy is we don't, for a second, need to worry about this layer. This layer is establishing colors, adding primal wilderness in terms of the forms, in terms of the colors and the hues and all these things. So as we go into our later layers, our fourth and our fifth layer, that's when we can start bringing in detail. Right now, we just want paint on canvas. That's where the fun's going to come from. Now, let's have a look. Ha! Is that where you are, Jason? That's fantastic. Yeah, so it's going to Phuket, Thailand, and I'm really excited because I've been there when I was 13 was the last time I was in Phuket, Thailand. I'll be honest, I miss it. my sister, not biological sister, but sister, is going back there in about a month. No, sorry, she's going there this week, and she's going to be gone there for a month. Getting all my wires crossed. Don't get your wires crossed. Silly me. Where else are we going to go? Just in here. Now, the biggest thing about when we start these paintings, I cannot let the texture build up too much. Go wild with the expression and the fluidness of these brush strokes, but I cannot actually allow the surface to be risen by the paint I put onto it. And the reason why I can't let that happen is if the surface gets too thick, I'm committed to where those strokes were. Slightly on, slightly off, doesn't matter. I'll then be stuck with them all the way through into the final layer. And if it's out by a few inches, it's quite hard to actually save and bring things back into context. Because as you'll see, when we kicked off this picture, we didn't do guiding lines. We just went straight into it. I just went straight into it. You're not responsible for that. That's how I do it. And because of that, sometimes things will be in the wrong place, but that's the beauty in it. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna trip up. And that is gonna be part of the fun of this image. Oh yeah, there we go. That is a beautiful tree in the background. I was talking about this picture and we were discussing, I'll get to that in just a second, we were discussing between two pictures of elephants in the river, and we chose this one, but only because we were, did I get paint on it? Oh no, I got paint on my shirt. I'll fix it. We were discussing which one would be better, and the form of the tree and the elephants was just far superior in this one. In terms of how long I've been painting for, I've been painting ever since I was a young wee lad. And it was actually probably my mother at a very young age that was thought to herself, I've got a pretty creative son here. I might help him pursue that. And she did. And so I've got my mother to thank mainly for, at a young age, pursuing a craft like painting and getting tutoring and canvases, paint and brushes and clay and all those sorts of things as a kid. So as with most things, we have our mother to thank, and I think apart from that, I just really enjoy how by putting paint, coloured liquid onto a plate and into a brush and onto a page, canvas, board, whatever, you can make other people's days better. How wild is that? The fact that you can get coloured liquid and put it on a 2D board and what's created could improve someone's day. That's pretty cool. That's worth pursuing. It was only later in life, probably late 20s, that I actually realised the pleasure I could give other people by painting. And once I glued onto it, I became a little bit addicted to it. I really loved making pictures that I felt emotionally attached to, and then to be able to give them to other people and have them feel an emotional feeling, or maybe in a small way feel the same thing I felt when I created the picture. Incredible, magical. It's like how you feel after a really good, deep and meaningful conversation with a best friend, you know? How you sort of feel like you both saw each other. It feels the same when it comes to painting, because in a way, when you make a painting, a really primal, wild, expressive picture, and someone else looks at it and says, I love it, I feel this, I feel that, I feel closer to you having seen that. I think in a funny way, it actually has the same effect of a deep and meaningful conversation, that you've actually connected on that level. So, big fan. Obviously there's no substitute to sitting down with your best friend and having a deep and meaningful conversation, but there's a similar feeling you can get when you and the artist feel, create and see the same thing in a work of art. That's something quite special. Now the other thing we're battling with here, I say battling with, it's all good, but we're battling with the falling sun. if you've been here for the last few hours, you'll know the sun's going down. I did have some rugby boys over there. I was just telling you guys on TikTok about it. I had some rugby boys over there, and they were watching me for a while they threw around a ball thinking I was crazy. They hung around for about 30 minutes and they left. I'm still here. They're in the right place, I'm in the wrong place. This is a rugby club, so it doesn't look like a rugby club, but it is a rugby club. This is a hedge beside the rugby club, so I'm somewhere quite wild right now. Right, coming on back to it. This is going to be, ooh, let's get some of this colour in here. This is going to be the colour in between some of those branches. And you're going to be like, why didn't you do the background first and then add the things on top of it? Because that would be painting what we think we see, not what we actually see. We're painting everything in this picture piece by piece. And that means we're not doing layers for the background and layers for the foreground. We're doing the whole picture in unison. It's more inconvenient, definitely, but it means we can stay true to process. A primal valuing of everything as an equal and just chucking colour, shapes and hues and form around where we think it should go. That's pretty cool if you ask me. If I acknowledge the background as a background, what's going to subconsciously happen for a fact? We're going to start focusing too much on the foreground, the elephants reflections, and the areas we're going to ignore and lose and fail on are going to be the small corners that are still as significant to water as the middle part. We're going to lose the dirt or the sand behind these elephants, and we're going to lose the sky and the beautiful rich colours inside that sky in favour of the branches of the tree. We're not going to do that. We're going to balance this off equally, baby. There we go. With the last bit of sunlight. There we go, coming on through here. And hopefully by the end of it, we're not going to see an insinuation of the elephants or their reflections. Hopefully not, actually. I don't want to see that. If we see elephants and reflections by the end of this, I've made a mistake, because if we see that too quickly, that's going to mean that I got caught up with what I think I should see, not what I actually see. And it's going to have to be pulled back on the next live. I'm going to have to work on actually making sure I put fun, primal expression back into it. So let's not do that. Let's make sure this picture captures form, captures a sort of expression of the Zimbabwe River, but doesn't get hung up on the actual iconography, the facts of it. The elephant's ears, its trunks, their noses, their reflections. I just want to capture the fun. There we go. Beautiful. I just want you to know that you're my favorite girl. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Lots of white up the top there. Lots of white. All right, coming on down low. Messy paint palette, but we're making good ground. Now, coming in here, down to these bottom corners. They're not just white, but it's a great base coat to kick off with. A lot of people will say, don't ever use black on a painting. Look, don't listen to that. I mean, actually, you know what? Take everything I say with a grain of salt, but I would recommend anyone who gives a definitive, do this, or definitely don't do this, are actually, well, for lack of a better term, in Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi says, only a Sith deals in absolutes. Don't be a Sith. There's no such thing as absolutes. Blacks are actually pretty cool. The reason blacks are pretty cool is because blacks are definers. When I say they're definers, I mean black, when you put it on the canvas, will dominate every other colour in its pursuit to show facts. Now, if you're trying to show facts, black's great, but be prepared to lose everything else that the black touches as it tries to define the picture that you've got. And that's okay. It's not the end of the world, but be prepared. So that doesn't mean don't use black. Just be aware that black's quite a dangerous colour on the canvas. It can have radical ramifications. But you know what? I like the danger. I'm a big fan of it. Right. Thank you. Honestly, every time I think about how to describe black, and art teachers saying don't ever use black, you know, blah 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 blah, I keep thinking of I always think of Obi-Wan Kenobi talking to Anakin. And if I ever get caught up in my own craft and I try and make a black and white rule where I say this is the case, immediately I think of Obi-Wan Kenobi and think no, that's a Sith talking. You can't do 100% rules. So I'm a big fan of maybes, and I'm a big fan of possiblies, and I'm a big fan of most of the time unlikely and likely. Not definitely not, not this, not that. Everything's got a little bit of a grey area. So that's fun. Now, one wild thing about this paint that I haven't utilised recently, but does exist in this paint, it's pretty cute, is that it can be reactivated. It's acrylic paint, but you can reactivate it by adding a specific type of, I think it's a retarder is what it's called. And what it does is it goes into the paint and makes it wet again. So even after the paint's dry, you can turn acrylic paints wet and active again. I normally don't want to do that because I'm trying to make them dry super fast. But and these paints that I use, the specific formula can be reactivated. So that's fun. Now, there's going to be one thing that gives. I don't know if it's going to be the light. I don't know if it's going to be me. I don't know if it's going to be the light or if it's going to be me, because at the moment mosquitoes are showing up and I've got 2 mosquito bites and I hate mosquitoes. So we'll continue, but we are in a race against time right now. So let's see how we go. We're moving on to our orange now. There's a bunch of areas that want orange, specifically areas of the elephants and the areas behind them. This bit here really stands out for me. This is an ear. We're not going to say it's an ear. Well, I did just say it was an ear. I'm sorry, breaking my own rule. But it's we're only acknowledging the shapes that make it. There we go. Beautiful. A little bit more through here. Good. Oh ho ho! We are running into all sorts of things. Just gonna move you back a little bit there, guys. Perfect. Now we're running into all sorts of things. The next thing we've run into is battery power. I'm on 15% on the phone. I'm on 15% on the phone. So we're risking it for the biscuit, but it will be okay. If I disappear, know that it wasn't your fault. It was just my lack of preparation that caused me to disappear. I always make the thought that I should be more proactive with charging my phone, and then I don't do it. So I think some people you can't change, and having a dead phone on low battery is just who I am, and I've accepted it. So what's that song by Brian Adams? Here I am, this is me, my phone has got a dead battery. Here I am, just me and you, tonight we'll make our dreams come true. It's a new world, it's a new start, it's alive with the beating of our young hearts. Good, so there's an elephant here in the middle. We haven't even noticed him yet. That's perfect, because that means we're focusing on everything else and capturing these little small pockets, details, moments. Because it's not just about the single elephant in the middle, it's about the whole picture coming together in unison. I reckon we've got another 20 minutes. 20 minutes here, guys. We're gonna see how we go. I'm gonna dive on the reds. After the reds, I'm gonna move into the greens. There's so many greens here that want to be captured, and I will oblige Still keeping that texture slim, not letting it get too thick. The moment the texture gets sorry, I'm tripping over words here. The moment the texture gets thick, we lose the ability to move things, to change things, to develop things. We're committed to what that layer said was the case. And well, that's still pretty cool. I don't want to be committed at this stage. I want to have fun. I want to create wild brushstrokes on this canvas and capture expression, not just form. Well, form, but in the form of expression. We'll do detail later. And if you see too much detail, tell me off, because I'm serious. We don't want that right now. Detail comes later. Perfect. Good. Now I need to get my green. Ooh, and maybe if I get feeling frisky, I might grab some of that turquoise. We're going to see how we go. Next up is going to be our permanent sap green. Big fan. Permanent sap green, and you know what? I already know I'm going to want some turquoise. Almost fell backwards. So I'm going to grab some turquoise too. There we go. A little bit of this. Beautiful. That loosens up the acrylic, spreads it out, makes it glossy, does all the magic that we want to be doing to it. Oh, excuse my lack of coordination, it's late in the day. Right, let's have a look-see here. Lots of green, popping green, completely dominates the red that I did have on the brush. I don't mind it, I don't mind at all. It seems like at times we fight, Lord ain't right. Dum. Yeah, good. This green's gonna come in here and really mix things up. It's gonna start defining where those branches are, where that shrub greenery resides, and it's gonna overwhelm those elephants a bit. Because you know what? The elephants are only about 5% of the picture. This tree, the energy, the height of it, this is going to take up most of our image. So to make the elephants really pop, we need to give that attention to the tree. And what's really fun is I chuck this colour up in the tree, you know what? It reflects down on the ground. So we're now adding the same colour of that tree into our reflective water. There we go. And seeing what that allows us to create. There we go. Beautiful. Where else are we going to go? Just up here. Sneak down here a little bit across here, down the nose of that elephant. Not that we're seeing a nose though. Painting what we see. I say painting what we see, I mean painting what we really see, not what we think we see. We think we see a trunk, but really it's just shapes. It's just shapes and tones. They all come together. Perfect. All right, team. That's a. Ooh, actually, hold on. I want to give this some turquoise, and then we're going to be done. Just a little bit of turquoise. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. There we go. A little bit through there. A little bit down there. That elephant's got some there. A little bit there. A little bit there. A little bit there. People are sitting there at home watching the screen going, is he going to say a little bit there for every brush stroke he does? How many brush strokes does he do? Several thousand? Okay, next channel. I'll stop there. So, blue, this particular shade of turquoise in these elephants, but because there's actually more ocean, more river, than there is elephants, we're going to spend more time painting the elephants in the river than we actually spend painting the elephants. How buzzy is that? Because their reflections actually have more sway on the overall picture than the elephants. And just like the tree, to make these elephants really appear and look fantastic, I need to give most of my time to their reflections in this river. And if I do it right, we'll have magic. And if I fail, we'll just have a piece of wood that Seb had a bunch of fun on. Both are definitely good. There we go. A little bit more. They can go there like that, and then sweeping across here like that. Perfect. There is our turquoise. All right, I'm gonna spin this around for you guys and show the picture one last time. There we go. Woo-hoo-hoo. Perfect. And just move it this way a little bit. Perfect. And now we have our picture. So, quick debrief, team. There is our picture. Elephants at this fantastic little river. And there is our picture so far. So, one of the most fun parts about this, and now you can see why I was so excited about that turquoise. The turquoise is the color of the sun right now as it hits those elephants. Now, you don't just see that turquoise in the actual, you don't actually see that turquoise just in the elephants. You see that turquoise actually shooting itself through its reflection down through the river and cascading up through that tree. So that's where you actually see it blossoming around this area, bouncing down here off that part that hits the elephant. That's what we're up to. Now, as we go on, tans are going to play a massive role in this because that's sort of where the elephants sit. That same tan matches the ground the elephants are standing on. So there's going to be this fun differentiation between the form of the elephant and the background behind them, which is the sort of sandy sort of bank of description. Sandy, dirty bank. It's dirt, it's definitely dirt. But that matches the elephant's skin, so it's only going to be form that separates the elephants from their environment, which makes it really fun. Anyway, that's where we're at. We're all done and dusted. I'll give you guys a sneak peek at one that's coming up. If you didn't see it before, you'll see it again. We have a lovely seal coming on the way. It's going to be a one-session wonder. It's not going to be done right now, but probably next few days. We'll see how we go. For everyone, it's getting dark here, and the mosquitoes are biting my legs. I'm trying to play it cool, but it's a little bit annoying. So I'm going to disappear now. I'm going to pack up, head back to the house, and I will see y'all next time. All the best, guys, wherever you are in the world. I hope you have a great day or a great night, and look after yourselves. Yeah, that's everything. All right. Bye. Let's go like that there. All right, guys. Hey, thank you for putting up with the quick little start on Instagram. Yeah, so I hope you like what we got to with this, guys. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you so much, LJ, and thank you so, pardon me, Victoria. I have to go back to the house now because I need to make Shelby a chowder. So I've got some mussels, I've got some ingredients, and I'm going to try and make a classic New Zealand chowder for her. And I hope she loves it. So I'll let you know next time how that went. Anyway, all the best, guys. Thank you so much. You know, I appreciate all of you to the end of the planet. And bye.